Hello friends, welcome back to my channel BioBits. Let's explore and grow together. So today we are going to discuss about tryptophan operon. In previous video we discussed about lac operon and its regulation by lactose and glucose. If you haven't watched that video, then please watch it because it would be helpful to you in understanding the basic concepts of operon as it is the simplest one. I will provide the link in the description box below. So now let's get started with today's topic. But before going to tryptophan operon, let's recall some point about operon. Operon is nothing but the cluster of genes which are controlled by single promoter. Operon consists of promoter, operator, regulator and some structural genes. Here in case of tryptophan operon, there are 5 structural genes and they are TRPE, TRPD, TRPC, TRPB and TRPA. All these 5 genes encodes 5 different proteins which are required for production of tryptophan. Tryptophan is an essential amino acid that serves several purposes and component of various proteins. Here, TRPE encodes for anthranilate synthase 1. TRPD encodes for anthranilate synthase 2. TRPC encodes for phosphoribosyl anthranilate isomerase. TRPB encodes for tryptophan synthase beta and TRPA encodes for tryptophan synthase alpha. Guys, don't worry and please don't get scared by all these complicated names. You no need to remember all these alien names to understand the concept of tryptophan operon. But just keep in mind the names of structural gene and that all these 5 enzymes work in coordination for the production of tryptophan. So, as I told earlier, tryptophan is an essential amino acid and it serves various functions in the body. So, it needs to be produced in adequate amount in the cell so that cell can perform normal processes. Let us see the first scenario where tryptophan is not present in adequate amount in the cell. So here is another gene TRPR which has its own promoter and produces repressor. But this repressor is in inactive form. To convert this inactive repressor into active repressor, there should be tryptophan present. But as in this case, tryptophan is not present in adequate amount, it can't convert the inactive repressor into active repressor. So this inactive repressor remains as it is and can't bind to the operator. If it is unable to bind to operator, then RNA polymerase is free to move forward and transcribe the underlying genes. As all these genes will produce enzymes which are required for production of tryptophan. In this way, the tryptophan will be produced whenever its level is low in the cell. So in default condition, the tryptophan operon is kept on. Now let us see the second scenario where adequate amount of tryptophan is already present in the cell. If required tryptophan is already present, then why would cell invest its energy in producing more and more tryptophan? So in such cases, operon is turned off. Now let us see the mechanism behind this. So here also TRPR will produce repressor which is in inactive form. Now here tryptophan is present in cell. So it can interact with the inactive repressor and induce conformational changes. These conformational changes will convert the inactive repressor into active form. Now active repressor can bind to the operator, due to which RNA polymerase cannot move forward and transcribe the underlying genes, and hence transcription will not occur. So the tryptophan operon will be turned off. In this way, tryptophan itself regulates its production in cell. So let's summarize today's topic. Whenever adequate amount of tryptophan is absent in the cell, tryptophan operon will be kept on by default. And whenever the adequate amount of tryptophan is already present in the cell, then only tryptophan operon will turn off. That's it for today's video, guys. If you have any queries regarding this topic, then please let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, please hit the like button and share with your friends, and also subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching guys.